What's up, interwebs? My name is Cravol, and we don't really have a game today, but we do have something very fun and probably entertaining to watch, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. I'm not sure why I'm being this dramatic about what it is, because you guys could read the friggin' title right there, so you guys already know. But yeah, let's get started. So here's basically what we're doing. For those of you who don't know, I did a Pokemon Fusion series using this website that just makes Pokemon Fusions. It's one of my first series, actually. It was the first video that I did with a webcam was Pokemon Fusions. So a lot of fun stuff there. And if you haven't seen them, you know, you can go watch them. They're on the channel. I might leave a link to the first one. But, yeah, so I didn't want to do more of it because, you know, I did 5 episodes of it, and it's literally just randomized Pokemon. There's only so much you can do with it. But I did want to bring it back somehow. So what we're doing today is I have taken the last Pokemon, quote-unquote, from each of those videos, and I have made my own photoshopped version of them. There's some pretty fun ones in here. So yeah, sit tight, enjoy my awful Photoshop skills, and we'll see if you like my versions better than the originals, or the fusions that were shown on the site, I suppose would be the correct way of putting it. So, without further ado, let's go! So the first one ended with a fusion between Jolteon and Ivysaur. Actually, that was a fun one to do. So as you can see here, you know, we start off with the color. We gotta get the color right. This one kind of falls apart. I had this idea to have the leaves as the ears, and yeah, let's get rid of the ears there. We cleaned it up. You know, we've got a nice leaf on our Jolteon. Let's get the other one, and then, you know, we can't miss out on the tree, right? So we're gonna throw that on its back. Just kind of fit it in there, make it all neat and nice, and everything's over. And yeah, that's the fusion. This should give you kind of an image of what we're talking about here. Next up, we have Magnemite and Hypno. So I start with Magnemite and Hypno. Sorry. We start off by getting the color right, and I had this idea for you know, Hypno holding Magnemite, so that's where we started. You know, it took a bit of work, but we got him in there. And then we, you know, just removed the screw, so it's just he's dangling there. And then I was like, you know, I want to do something cool with the eyes. Like maybe that's just how he sees, by holding up his own eye. But then I had this idea. I took the screws. You're welcome for the nightmare fuel. I know. You're welcome. Then I wanted to add a bit more color to it. He had the red and the blue, so I decided to take that. We gave him a red mane here. And after that, I was like, you know, where can I fit the blue in? And I know where. The eyes. You're welcome for the nightmare fuel. Next, we have Sandslash and Wigglytuff. And this was a fun one. I actually really liked how this one turned out. Although, as I'm sure you can see, as you'll see here in a bit, there were a lot of different variations of this. Maybe you'll like a different one than I ended up with, but I was very satisfied with where I ended up with. Switching the eyes over just made it look kind of insane, which is not what I wanted for their fusion, but I did eventually. I just had the ears and the little tuft, and I think it worked out very well. And as you can see, I did have some struggles with coloration. That took me a bit. I'm awful at Photoshop, as I said. You know, this is not my forte, but I did eventually figure out the colors, and I think it turned out quite well. So now we have Machamp and Ivysaur. This was a fun one. This is a fun one. Basically, I just went, you know, let's just take these patterns, let's take what Ivysaur is and just kind of plaster it onto Machamp. And honestly, I really like how it turned out. You know, most of the fusion process is just taking the face and coloration and pasting it on another Pokemon. But I feel like taking the actual features, I took the tooth there as well. Taking just the features can get some really cool results, actually. So, yeah, there's Machamp and Ivysaur. Probably the first one that is actually not just a terrifying horror from the underworld. with the exception of Sandshrew and Wigglytuff, obviously. And lastly, this one's adorable. We have Dratini and Lickitung. So first of all, before even doing the color, there's an obvious thing that must be done. We take the tongue, we kind of plaster it on in there, and I completely kind of change his face here. He's got the little thing on top, and I end up taking Lickitung's eye, putting it and making like this like button nose, and then after some struggles with layers, because I'm an idiot, we removed the forehead bit there, yeah. And then I was like, what else can I do? So I added Lickitung's arms. I honestly think this one could have been the best one I did had I taken some more time to polish the colors, but I really didn't. I was kind of rushing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But overall, I still think it turned out adorable, and I still think people would want to have one of those as a pet. Alright, so I will leave a link to the first one of these, the first Pokemon Fusions video, in the description below if you have not seen it. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this. This is a very different type of video, but I had a lot of fun making it, and it could potentially be something really cool. If you guys want to see another one exactly like this, another Pokemon Fusion one, leave me some Pokemon, not fusions, but just some random Pokemon in the comments below. And then if there's enough, I'll kind of sample those and make a couple fusions probably next month, probably. So, yeah. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you didn't cringe too much from my awful Photoshop skills. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. Toodles.